we are at SPO India CSR Summit and Award Ceremony in Delhi, and we have with us Mr. D.K. Sood. He is the Executive Director CSR and Regional Executive Director DBF for NTPC Limited. So, welcome, sir. So, Mr. Sood, we would like to know about the key achievements or key activities that you undertook, as part of your CSR mandate in the last year. If you could elaborate a few.
Yeah, we have elaborated last year. The key focus was on the under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, the toilets construction, for where we had gone for construction of around 24,000 toilets. Then, in addition to that, we had also spent good amount on the education, sanitation aspects, and also the building of the infrastructure in the various villages. More emphasis also on the drinking water facilities to be developed in and around our plants. That was the key focus area last year.
Okay. And with regard to this current fiscal year, what are the key areas that you have identified as part of the CSR mandate, and how would you be, going ahead in terms of implementing those?
What we have decided in this current year is that our focus will be mostly on the education side, sanitation side, and also on the under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. All these things we will provide, and also we are focusing on the skill training of the people around our projects or otherwise, so that we develop the skills of the youth around the stations wherever we are there, and with the sole aim that it should be sustainable. Our idea is that whatever trainings we impart, the skill should be sustainable and the youth really gets employed in the long run and serve this country. That's the main focus.
Okay. So in terms of the regional, locations or geographical locations, any specific regions or any specific, cities or states you have you identified any of these states for implementing this program?
NTPC is spread around all over country, and therefore what is our strategy is wherever our plants are there, we provide them the annual budget to look after people around our stations. And the budgets are invited in the start of the year. Only difference this year has been that we are trying to give them the budgets for the activities which will be sustained for at least 2 or 3 years. And we have also started mapping it with the present level wherever the people are, and then focusing towards where they will reach. That is quantifying whatever we spend. That is an idea which we have recently focused, and our budgets is also being rolled on those fronts. We are, as I have told, we have put our focus on the education side and on the sustainability side, on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, all these things, so that wherever the money is spent, it gets benefited individually to the people around and self-sustaining purposes. Okay. That's the idea.
Great. Wonderful. So this takes me to the next question, which is focused on the NGO community or the social development sector, which is thriving and doing very good for the good of the nation. So can you elaborate or tell us a little bit about key parameters or key criteria for a organization to partner with NTPC for implementing their CSR projects? So any particular guidelines or any particular?
What we are planning now to put under our policy modifications a little bit, to rope in the NGOs who will be partnering with us in our progress through CSR. The selection of the CSR has also been added in the policy as a criteria who will be associating with us, so that we have a meaningful development of people around.
Okay. Any specific criteria, if you could elaborate?
Yeah, the specific criteria, we will be looking for the support of the government on prioritizing the activities on CSR front, and also the rating of the NGOs, whichever there, and whatever support they will give us, we will engage the NGOs accordingly.
Okay. Any specific focus on this community which is currently being highlighted at SPO, CSR award and summit here? Is the key focus is on, highlighting the achievements of startup NGOs. So this is one of the key area or biggest area where we believe that, there is a lot of gap in terms of the spends which are currently happening, and primarily they are allocated to the big, NGOs or social development companies. So, with regard to the startup sector within the NGO space, do you have any strategy or do you have any, plans to consider this area as well?
Yeah, our idea, we are open for these NGOs whosoever are working. Only thing is we assess their seriousness in actually doing and coming forward the results which we seek for. That is the kind of change which we are putting also in policy, that whatever CSR budgets we spend, it will have meaning to this in a way that people actually get helped out of that. Any NGOs, if we find that they are really serious and will yield the results, as we are discussion with many of the NGOs.
Okay.
But if we find that they will yield the results and to our expectation, we are open to that.
Okay.
We'll be open to that.
Okay, great, wonderful. So, what would be your key mantra or key, success, point, some of the elements for these startup NGOs, so that they get highlighted, they get recognition from the industry in terms of getting whatever, any kind of support, be it commercial, be it financial, be it mentoring, be it government affiliation. So any kind of suggestion that you would want
Many NGOs are approaching us on a daily basis, putting their efforts, whatever they are doing, after analysis of their functions, whatever they are doing, and if it matches with our policy guidelines,
Okay.
we will seek their support.
I see. Wonderful. And one last question, sir. In terms of the opportunities and the challenges for the CSR sector, can you elaborate as to, how NTPC is taking this subject to the next level and how you would want to contribute, towards development of this sector to a better and more, emerging, thriving sector?
As I have said that being NTPC, we have a very good budget to support CSR. Around 2% fund, it comes to close to 250 crores of rupees. The only thing and challenge is that to actually execute the work.
Okay.
So since we are not directly involved in the execution of the work, we look for the support of the serious NGOs who will support our policy guidelines in the time to come, and we will try to support them.
Okay.
Along with the NGOs, and if other there are people from sometimes the request is from the state governments, coupled with the local politicians, local leaders. That policies also we look around to see that they also get supported.
Okay.
And we are do the meaningful job.
Okay.
Whatever is done with support of NTPC funds.
Okay.
That's our idea.
Okay. So any changes or any additions or any customizations you believe is required in the current, CSR Act which is there, or any policy or guidelines which needs?
I think the present act is definitely supporting the corporates in a big way for the 2% profits for last 3 years on PBT side, and the funds whatever are generated, as I was listening in the morning, close to 10,000 crores of rupees. So if this gets channeled in proper way and with little focus, with their seriousness, I think we can change and really support the needy people.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Wonderful. Thank you